Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Teardown. My name is Steve and I want to give you an update on the Ryzen 9 3900X water-cooled system that I promised you guys before the Ryzen 9 even came out. I finally got my hands on the Ryzen 9. Here is that Ryzen 9 processor, and this is the 12 core 24 thread processor. This thing is going to be absolutely amazing when it comes to my workloads and editing these videos that I'm putting out for you guys. So I'm super excited about the performance on this, and I'll see this. I'm shooting this at 4K 60, so we'll see how this processor can handle it with the 2080 Ti. Also on water with the Fantex Glacier water block. One of the easiest water blocks I've ever installed. I think I might do a review on it because there's not many reviews out for their water blocks. And I freaking loved using it, as well as this case. Amazing case, and I've always liked Fantex cases, so really liked it. Fantex reservoir, so pretty much a Fantex build here. We got the Asus Crosshair 7 Hero. It's the X470 motherboard. It's got the 10-phase VRM, so it's going to handle this 12-core processor without any issues. And we have an EK water block on the processor, the full nickel. And I did upgrade my RAM. As you can see, I don't have the G-Skill Trident Z anymore. I now have the Corsair Dominator Platinum RGB. I bought the 3466 megahertz sticks, 32 gigabytes, CL16, and I have it overclocked to 3600 megahertz right now. As far as I can see so far, this is the first full custom loop on a Ryzen 9 3900X on YouTube. I'm sure I'm not the first person in the world to do one. But as I can see, as far as YouTube goes, this is the first video with the Ryzen 9 3900X on a full custom loop. This one we have the 2080 Ti. We have two radiators splitting the thermal loads, and just an awesome build so far. I'm going to do some testing here with Cinebench and show you what my temperatures are using Ryzen Master, so not the most accurate results, but I'll give you guys an idea, and I'll have better results here in my review coming up. But the reason why this is taking so long, just haven't had time to do all these bends, and a lot of these bends are actually going to be redone. This is probably the best bend of the whole bunch. We had to redo a couple things here, so this one is going to be completely redone because I do have a flow meter from Bits Power that's going to be put right here. Here is that flow meter as that we were just talking about. And yeah, so we're going to cut this tube in half, or probably actually just replace the tube altogether and put the flow meter in here. And just to be a kind of cool thing to do, I like this. You can put it in any direction. So that is really nice. Other hiccups I had. So as soon as we kind of threw this all together super fast just to see if it got up and running, and then I couldn't even do that after we got just all these quick bends done just to get it up and running. It couldn't even get it up and running or be able to do a leak test because the pump that I got died. Which is fine. I got a better pump now. This is a 1,000 liter per hour, 18 watt DDC pump from EK. So really high flow rate, and this thing is going to do really well in dispersing all the heat and moving the water in and out of the radiators and all through the blocks. So really excited about this new pump. But some of these things, so I said that we had to rush a lot of this just to get it done so we can make sure the Ryzen 9 even worked. And because I had already started putting this together for water with the 3700X, and then the 3900X finally came, so I never really got a chance to test the 3900X before we even put it on water. But luckily it is working. And it's running really well. Tested some games for you guys. I'm going to have some temperatures on the GPU when I played some games. It was around 37 degrees after 2 hours playing PUBG. So really nice temperatures. One of the reasons why I like this water block so much. I do have EK radiators up here. I have the Performance Edition and the Slim Edition here on the front. So one thing that I'm definitely going to change, and you're probably gonna freak out when you see it because I'll maybe do a close-up. This is definitely not recommended. You should not do what we did. It was like I said, we were in a hurry just to get it up and running, make sure that the processor is running well. But anyway, this bits power flow meter that I had mentioned earlier was attached directly to the pump about right here, and then we had to redirect the return to this hole. So we had to remove the flow meter because the flow meter does not fit there with this return being there, because the return for this here is being blocked by the power supply shroud. So this had to be removed. That's why we're going to move it up here. Interesting thing going on back there that we definitely don't recommend. Very dangerous the way it is hooked up right now. Right now it's doing well. During my leak test, only this little blocker right here was not tightened in all the way. So it just had a slow drip coming down here. But let's go ahead and get some temperature results while running some Cinebench, and then I'll come back up on top. Alright, so I got here Ryzen Master, which is going to show our temperatures up here. I'll give you guys an update because it might be too small for you. But here we're going to run Cinebench R15. You can see I already ran it a couple times before I shot this video. Last score was 3192. Right now, idle temperature is about 29°C. So let's go ahead and run that test, and look how fast this thing runs. Temperatures, we are at 57°C. That is about the highest I've seen it yet in my runs. At 57. This is still stock, and it's starting to cool down because it's done running. We got 3185. So let's go ahead and see how it's working. Back up 55°C, 56, pretty much 57. Yep, 57°C again. Haven't seen it go over 57°C yet. And here we go, 3180 on that Cinebench R15 score. So this Ryzen 9 3900X looks awesome. It just runs super fast on these Cinebench scores. I'll have a full just benchmark review of the Ryzen 9 3900X coming up in the future. Maybe with how it's set up right now, but it might come once we have all of our bends fixed and looking a lot better. Alright guys, as you can see, that those temperatures on the Cinebench run were so fantastic, and the temperatures that I was getting during my gaming session, 37 degrees Celsius on the GPU water block on the 2080 Ti, better than the temperatures I was getting on my EK water block when the 2080 Ti was on that. So really glad that I went with Fantex on that. The processor, excellent temperatures during that Cinebench run. So really happy with what we have so far, but as you can see, we definitely have a lot of work to do to make these bends a lot better and make it a little bit more interesting. I think the way it's set up right now is a little bit boring. But as I said, we want to get it up and running. Some things I forgot to mention in the first part is the way we have the two radiators hooked up here comes here through, and this is the only soft line tubing that we have in the build, but that is going to be replaced with hard line tubing in the future. But it kind of wraps around the back here. I definitely don't like that because now I can't close my case. We were trying to be a little bit creative with the soft line tubing. It's not going to really work out so well. Well, that's probably going to be one of the first things we replace, is connecting these two radiators together. It's not going to be hard at all. Just running a straight hardline tube and then a quick 90-degree bend into that radiator will be just fine and easy to do. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of the temperatures on the Ryzen 9 3900X? As well as, do you have any ideas? What do you think of the blue? Thinking it might be a little bit too aggressive on the blue. Maybe try to mix in different colors. I was thinking maybe white and blue. I just want to know what you guys think as far as any ideas for the bends. Send me pictures, drawings with paint, MS Paint, and send it to me on my Twitter, which is at TechTeardownYT. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys what you think of this build so far. If there's any information you need to know about what's going on in this build, I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. And then we'll be doing a custom loop tutorial in the future, not with this build. Like I said, we rushed this quite a bit, so not going to have any wiggle room to work in a tutorial for the way this is right now, but we do have a upcoming water cooled tutorial with a completely different system that I think you guys are going to enjoy if you do want to get into full custom water cooling. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this video, guys. If you liked it, give it a like. If you want to see more from us, hit that subscribe button and the bell. And if you made it this far, thank you very much. And I will see you guys in the next video.